Dear families of all countries, good morning. How you doing? Having a beautiful special day, right? I hope so. Okay. So here we are from the Peace and Love International Organization. Okay, so here's the part 2 of the guidelines, rules and guidelines. It's just that doesn't fit everything in the title, right? But it's a long title. So we are going to have two very special parties. Okay, they're festivals. We honor God, we honor nature, we honor families, and we honor friends, right? And our schools, our teachers. So it's a moment of getting united, have fun together, do our presentations, and have some lunch with the very special families, the best families of each school and each residential community. And also in the middle of the festival, have some snacks for everyone. Okay? In a few words, that's what it is. So this is the part 2 of our program, and first I'm going to show you a very simple table of contents for you to have an idea of items we already talked about, but for you to have an idea about all the titles, okay? And this is for the volunteers that are helping us. So here are the basics, and they are going to help to type everything, have everything neat for us to put in our website and make the drawings better, because sometimes we improve here and there. We're just doing everything really fast for us to have it. And the volunteers for each different department helping us for us to print this version, have our printed version at all schools of all countries. Great idea, right? All right, so let's get organized, make good plans, do good practices, and for sure we will be successful. All right, so here it is. Thank you so much for your participation. All right, so I found here a place that I didn't put. So here, this item, because I repeat mortgage, I have mortgage two places. So here, the emergency room, you have to say a few words. Yes, I went, I never went. For every person of the family, it's one paper, emergency room for anybody. And here you can, here, if you got unemployment or not. You left the job because you want. You left the job because you got hurt. Or you left the job because someone fired you. So you get this. And at the health, you're going to do at home all the videos. And you need your family YouTube account. All right. So that will be the 25th item. Okay, you really need that. And then afterwards they're gonna organize, but at least now you can already start. All right, so this is very important, those two things here, and that 25th points. We're just gonna start the basic, because after with the organization launching day, everything gonna be online. But this will be a good start, because if you already get organized with all those items, when the new items will come, at least you already have all these already organized. So the same file, remember that the school principal gonna do, and then they're gonna pass everything to the board members as soon as they're approved. All right, so here's the day. So you need to give the paperwork one day before the farewell. The farewell, they don't sit on those chairs anymore. Will be somebody else sitting there for everything. Records keeping, the secretary, gonna be the new secretary. So after this meeting, they do not sit on those chairs anymore. They don't have their key anymore. Their table need to be clean, completely clean. They can keep their computer, laptops, okay, but everything clean, no decoration, no nothing, right? Okay, it's completely clean. Even their name is not by their door anymore, right? Gonna be already the new names. After 2 days or so, they're already gonna place the new names of those 10 couples, right? They're first, last. They need the desk all clean, everything clean, no trash can, anyone. Everything else is on the 2 days cleanup, okay? You have to do it. So this is important. I'm gonna do the proper days for those activities for you to have an idea. But in August, at the launching day, the organization launching day on the 24th, and then we should have everything already posted on a Peace app, okay? But everything already have organized ahead. Get it done, get it organized. So even that you're gonna be a helper or a leader, I think it's still worth it. Really go forward at the school or the residential community. Really go forward to be a leader. You got everything. That is great. It does count for the future because it's mandatory for all the couples, including your own. If you're assistant, the leader's gonna sign. If you're a leader, the assistant gonna sign. So you're gonna have 10 couples supporting that ladder that you were great. So we're gonna do that template afterwards, right? To be done at the end of May after the meeting. So the last part is here, 26 and 28, right? For the housing. All right, so all those records, those templates need to be done 29th, right? Let's do 29th for the school and 30 for the residential community, right? Those letters of reference, right? Letter of reference, they sign. Okay, how long they sign? 2 months, but it counts if you're really great. Everyone gonna check, their own and have maybe a few sentences they can add. Yeah, he was really awesome. Yeah, he was really great. Yeah, he was really good. What the couple was, right? So we're gonna have options. Maybe 4 options or so. Good, really good, awesome, right? Okay. All right, so this is important. Yes, does count. And then in August, gonna be everything at the Peace app. And we are going to start, remember, August is the month we're home. Everyone gonna be 4 weeks home. We are going to start, August. We are going to start later. We're going to start school only in September. Why? Because while the conference have the class, everyone gonna be home, organizing, studying, applying for new jobs, as we said. Those are the weeks. The conference meet with the international teachers. Everyone else gonna be home, doing everything else, what else they need, and teach English, and improve, and get more documentation, more appointments, right? The best as possible. We're gonna be home in August. Everyone gonna be home. The new school semester is not going to be, gonna be the first week of September with the training. Remember, with the training, because then in August we already have the preparation, the conference few days, and start the training. For what? For the department directors. All right, the same way, morning team and afternoon team. So depending, they have a class one time and practice, okay? That will count as hours, all right? Okay, everyone gonna be working. And some people might think, goodness, what we're gonna make with those millions jobs we're not going to have anymore? Plant food, help with something, help demolish, help, organize everything we need. Plant trees, plant food, plant trees for the desert villages and everything we have been talking, all right? So classes are in September, the first week of September. Let me already tell you, here it is. So the first complete week is here. Everyone in all continents. This year we're gonna start in September 4th. And August, everyone gonna be home. All right? Okay, my friends, we're doing really great. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you soon. All right, the other thing is that I didn't say, these people here in August, they're going to get all other things exactly the same as who? The international conference teachers. So those those families that are interested, they need to have all requirements exactly the same. So I put 25 items for now because we don't have much time and we want just to start, for everyone in all countries. And to be fair, because some people, my friends, for them to get a printer, they have to get a urban bus, go to another community. Sometimes, the bus doesn't come, don't even have time to arrive. So, it's a good start. 25 items, no more, okay? But here, gonna be home, doing what? Study more English, preparing more documents, setting up more appointments, interviews, whichever it is, exactly the same as the conference teachers. And then at the organization launching on the 24th, we have the Peace app available. You're ready. Boom, boom, boom. Fill up, the Peace app. So you already know, you have a list and all the other videos for you to be prepared. Oh, my mother used diapers, reusable diapers, or use disposable diapers, and everything else. You already have the date, you have a list. So this month will be very important for you to be home. And of course, also, June, the South Hemisphere still have classes there. So they will continue having class because they have to finish their school year, right? It's important for them, and it's winter time anyways. But in the North Hemisphere is what? It's summer. It's important for them to get out and take sun, right? So we can finish the school year at each continent accordingly, right? It's no sense to have everyone at home June, July, and August. We don't need all that, right? So yes, let's have class in June, okay? And for the North Hemisphere, have summer camp, everyone. So July and August will be the vacation for everyone. Vacation for everyone. All right? I think that's awesome. And here's summer camp classes for everyone, the same exact way, in a fun way, with the books, the notebooks, everything the best as possible. The most as we already can post English classes or carpentry, for the chickens, if you already have chickens, all right? Okay, so here it's vacation only in June and August for both continents. Here you do have classes. The South Hemisphere with regular class so they can finish their grades as they already planned, math, even that many gonna have already their new teachers. And for the North Hemisphere, gonna be summer camp. Done. Okay? All right, really great. Okay, so we're gonna have the school points with the new board, right? The board, the principal, and also for residential communities. We're gonna have a paper, and we're gonna have here what the school or residential community already had before. They have chickens or not. They have walls or not. They have gates or not. They have composting, food gardens, basic items. Maybe 20, 40 items. I'm gonna do that template afterwards, right? Okay, and during those 2 months, how much the new people did. So here's the previous P, and here's the new administration, right? The new board members. All right, for both, for the school and residential community. So They did not have chicken, they did not have a gate, or they did not have walls, or they did not have a kitchen, proper kitchen with sinks, right? 2 for sinks. So I'm just giving you some ideas. They did not have a food guard, they did not have bees, they did not, have a ballet or things. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do 40 items. And then, but the new team, yes, they implement the chicken houses, one thing. They brought the chickens in. They start the gardens. They have the bees. They have clothes for everyone, shoes for everyone. I'm just giving some. All the couples are married. So you're gonna fill up everything. All the families have folders completed pre-registration with the PC school, right? The simple 25 items. Okay, all right, and basically it's that. Okay, and one thing I didn't say, this team here also have to check up the family YouTube account. They have a checkup list, a template. Oh, the family did this, not that, not that, not that, yes, So this is the team have to check, to give the point to that YouTube account, how many videos you already have. That is part of the pre-registration. Oh, got this, and that. Okay, all right, really great. Take care, get ready. Okay, so the other thing that I want to say is that, you see, we have classes here in April and May, right? Okay, so remember, if you're in the South Hemisphere, you're going to work that too. You just apply for a new job. That's your job, right? If you got approved for any of those departments, you and the couple assisting you, the 4 of you need to stay. Everyone else can do something else, right? They can do a summer camp at their own residential communities, but you apply for that school, you stay June there as well. Okay, so remember I told you have the reference letter from April and May. Okay, you can also have a reference letter from June. Okay, June, whichever you are, where you are, you can get that. You got that job, right? Great. Now, you also have a reference letter for July and August, because people are going to be home, basically, right? What you did? Nothing. You sat down, you slept all day, the kids were playing alone or not. You taught English, or you play games, you improve your own English, you study yourself. You go in for the test, right, for grade. You studying for your grade test. You studying for because here everyone gonna finish where they already are, so they can finish the semester. Whichever country you are, follow the rules and guidelines of your country. Finish that grade, because the teacher need to have, you already have, finish the semester there, right? Or even the school year, depend which hemisphere you are. But here you have 2 months, July and August, entirely home, basically. What you gonna do at your residential community? So you're going to play with your own kids, of course, and you can invite some others. Or you're going to be teaching English, or you're going to be teaching class dance, or you're going to be teaching aqua sports for the elders, or, you're going to be leading I don't know, whichever it is, the running team in the morning, 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, or the afternoon running or jogging team. What you're going to be doing here does count. So how are you going to do it? You have your records book, and you're going to have the reference letters, right? If your community already have those 10 couples, right, you get their letter, or from the parents that going to see your work, or from your students that going to be join your class. You can charge money, or you can do for free. whichever you need. But it's better you work at your own residential community, and do a summer camp there in the morning, 4 hours in the morning, 2 or 4 hours in the morning activity, or in the afternoon, 2 or 4 hours, instead of working for some other places, right? This is a transition month. All those months, April, May, June, July, and August, they're transition months. Okay, so who's going to support that reference letter? How the organization, people going to be checking your papers in the future, going to make sure they're true? Your records book. Every class, whichever your class, it's 2 or 4 hours, right? Morning, or 2 or 4 hours in the afternoon. For little ones or for the older ones, right? You can combine them. Like if you have many preschool, do only preschool, or preschool with first grade, for example, right? Okay, whichever those classes you're doing. You teaching, or you just learning very slow, can't even learn because you're big, you're obese, not working out, not breathing, still, So what are you doing? And every class, they sign in, sign out. Sign in, sign out, right? Sign in can do the full signature. Sign out can the full signature, I guess, right? Okay. So even aqua sports for the elders, if you don't have a pool, do stretching at the grass with the elders, or talk about nutrition, talk about your department. Always the same day, same time. So for example, if you do aqua, gonna get 2 days a month, always you schedule that. Of course, everyone gonna be teaching, gonna also have a meeting, so they don't blend with each other, and people, they can even drop off their kids here and across the street at the grass. They're doing, the parents are watching them from far away, but they are studying English, for example, right? You can do. You're watching them still. If they're really older, they can be a little more far away, such as high school, All right, but you always watch your children, and of course, be at the same air the best as possible. Where? Outside. Picnic tables. So the picnic tables, if you have, for example, 5 or 6 picnic tables, they're busy all the time, and across the street, the people that are playing, learning, play, learn, play, learn, play, and play while learning as well, right? Okay, that's very important. Instead of being working far away for other things, at places places that we're not even going to have in the future, right? Gonna be different, okay? All right, so if you can, of course, if you have money, you be clear, I need money. If you don't need money, say, no, this class is free. All right, and your records book, sign in, sign out, gonna support those reference letters that you're gonna have here. Parents attending the summer class, right, in the North Hemisphere, and parents completing their semester on the South Hemisphere the same way. You get the reference letter. What gonna prove those reference letter true? Your records book. You have their sign in, sign out, right? For summer camp, and you have the sign in, sign out for, we're gonna see how we're gonna do that. Just do it, sign in, sign up in a proper paper. So you have a reference letter with your own notebook that you carry home at the end of the month. And this you carry home every single day. You're a teacher there, you teach English. And here, and for other things as well, when we have, remember that the place I talk about English classes? So, for example, you have a high school. Everyone 16 years old and older can already work. They have to work with their parents, right? 2 to 4 times a week maximum, all right? So they already work together. It's okay if that 16-year-old is the teacher. It's okay. It's an adjustment time. It's the teacher because he really good, communicative, knows English. And the parents, the own parents, gonna be the assistant for that class. It's okay. The high school kids, 16, 17, 18, because they have much more chances to learn English, right? Because now more and more schools are teaching more English, even teaching math and everything else, right? Okay, so that's fine. Their parents, okay? I'm not talking about official classes, right? I'm talking about teaching parents in the afternoon, in the morning, teaching parents and grandparents. Also for dance. That's okay. So that teen, 17, 18, whichever it is, can teach, here's the English, right? Can teach the dance. Or he's really good, or she is really good, or it's okay. So both teens, with teens, a boy and a girl, gonna be teaching parents, grandparents, right? So own parents are here, father, mother, and own parents are here, father, mother. To avoid any problem, they're there. They study in the morning, those classes would what? 2 to 6 p.m. They cannot, unless it's June is okay. But for April and May, they have to study. They have to study till 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 8 to 2, right? Or 7. Yeah, some countries already divided, that's fine, 4 hours in the morning, and other people come 4 hours in the afternoon, that's okay. But they in countries that already start like that, it's okay, they finish the semester, such as the South Hemisphere, because some countries already have their whole class in the morning and done, and some countries like United States, they have almost the whole day. They have a 6-hour class. Here is different. Some countries like Brazil, you study in the morning, 7 to noon, and another team comes from 1 to 5. That's how it's done in Brazil. We continue. Whichever is doing a country, continue that pattern until you are in vacation for South and North Hemisphere. So this will be fine, okay, for English or for dance. But remember, for a teen to be there, gonna be what? The boy, the girl with own parents and with own parents. Got it? Okay? Here. All right, very good. Let's keep going. More updates and get ready. So just to continue this, so here's for English, né? For example, as I said, here's for English and here's for dance. I just gave her 2 simple examples. That's easy for them to do. That's fine. You get, as a parent, you're going to get less points. But at least, if they're really good, you're going to learn fast, catch up, and be ready for August. Or, for example, in April and May, if you're going to do that, you're going to lose points for this. But then, you're going to catch up so much. Of course, if no one is better than them, right? If it's a couple better than those teams, of course, the couple. Parents going to get the position, right? Okay, but if you're really good, they are really good, you're going to play many games, you're going to really learn a lot of English. How are you going to win on that situation? Get more points for after. For what? For August, right? Because August, it's a new set of things that's coming up, right? For schools, for residential communities, okay? All right. So basically it's like that. And also here, for the summer classes, also because summer class is fun time. So if they have more dominion on the English, that's fine. No one better than them, it's all right, because they are going, of course, to do really the best they can. So you, for parents, going to be really good at dance or English, right? And apply for one position or the other, okay? All right? And here, I didn't say, but here, for summer camp, right, for summer camp, can be also the park. Every day, if it's really close, as I said, it's really close. you know, it's up to 1 kilometer away. All right, so you can do what? The park, you can do 2 times a week, weekday or weekend, to inspire other families. You can do that too. Inspire the families, talk about, dance, and perform, right? It's okay, you can do that. Repeat the same things. Who is participating? Who is coming? All right, they can come what? They can come 3 weeks, not the 4th anymore. The 4th week, you try to follow the same pattern to inspire other people. Maybe other people don't know already yet about our program. Do exactly the same. You already know how to do it. And then it's okay, right? You can be a leader here and a leader at school. You can do that, right? Because that is summer camp. We're not doing park right now in April and May, because it's safer for us to start at schools and residential communities. But after is okay, if it's really close or across the street, right? Okay? And you're gonna do the same. You're gonna have a records book, and the families that go until then with their paperwork at the end of this June, July, right? Because August nobody go to a park. People gonna stay at their own residential community. But you can do the park when? June for the North Hemisphere and July for both, for all countries, both hemispheres, right? July is vacation for everyone. Yes, you can, but August we're not going to leave our residential community to go to parks. We can go around, you know, the block. That's okay. No more. We're not going far away anywhere. We're not going vacation anywhere, because we need to focus on this work. Communities that know, all the communities should know, all the communities should be focusing on these things. What else they need to become registered, all right? And another thing I didn't say, it's about the position. See these positions here? You know, nobody gonna get a repeated position, you know, for whichever you apply, because I said teachers okay. No, teachers not okay. Maintenance people, no, it's not okay. Secretary, principal, anybody, accounting, HR, right? Human resource, nobody can stay at their same school or the same residential community. If they want to apply, they have to move to another school, another residential community, to give opportunity to others, for others to do exactly how we are guiding, you know, because so they want to do what they're used to do. Okay, so that's very important. All right, and here, you know, we also gonna have, I didn't put here, letter from co-workers, Oh, yes, he did really great. No, he actually did not. We have to be honest, you know, and don't fear that anyone gonna kill us for being honest. But we have to keep honest. How are we gonna do that? At the Peace app gonna be a place? Nobody gonna know at first, right? And then after, the person gonna have the records, and the person have the rights to say, look, what they're doing is not right, or yes, it is right, okay? But all co-workers, yes, they are going to have the closer co-workers and two closer co-workers. Not that they choose, not the ones they choose, but people, everyone where they work in any country, they have to do for all their co-workers. Because some people do their job the least as possible, they sit the most as possible, they are online all the time, they're on Facebook, social media, they text people, call people, or sit and do nothing. And some others, they look around, they move furniture around, take the dust out, they really try. So there's a difference there. We have to count every little point, we have to count, okay? Right now, we're gonna do the best I can. I'm going to make a list and gonna, you know, for those 25 points, right? The 25 points. I'm gonna see if we're gonna keep on 25, but I think it's really reasonable for now because we have to focus on the conference. We can't spend too much time for the schools. We have to keep going. So we're gonna keep that to the basic. But for every item, 1, 2, 3, for every item, we are already gonna put how many points that's worth it, and here for June and July, here is for April and May. Okay, anybody that close negative sites, producers or sellers, tobacco, nicotine, marijuana, regular pharmaceutical drugs, clinics, and these places, MRI, mammograms, all these things, even doctors' clinic, regular doctor clinic, because we don't need them now. They already have to close them down. We don't need them. We need what? The natural doctors soon after. So any regular doctor already closed their clinic, their office, whichever they have, consultation room. Okay, so here, that's April, May, June, July. Anyone that close a site, they have the proof. They send the letter to them, they keep, put on YouTube account, and then when you see they close down, awesome, you get that and you add, say, look, on that day I send a letter, I send again, and here this day they close down. You're gonna get that point. So depends how big was the company. Yes, you're gonna give 10,000. We're gonna see how many points for each. Okay, but yes, we're gonna give not too much, as I said before, because how much is worth it, right? A big company to close down, $10 million, right? Because imagine, we are people, we are worth it. But also we have control of ourselves, so we're not going to give too many points, as I said before. But yes, I think $10,000, maybe 20, right, is really reasonable. So I'm gonna do the best I can now, because for everything else, August on, and then we're gonna talk to many people, make any adjustments on points, how much is worth it. But here we're gonna do a base, is $1, $1 per good practice, $1, compared to dollar, right? And we go from there. All right, thank you, see you soon. Okay, so let me do some updates very quick. So it's forbidden for anyone to apply for same positions. They have to move and apply for another location. So it's forbidden to place any sign of any type outside. Not a paper sign, not a metal sign, any sign anywhere that's not authorized by the organization. The only thing that's authorized up to the moment is for them to change their names, such as schools, residential communities, put the word peace in it. What's already written, whichever is already written, put the word peace and change for English. That's all. Keep the same name and everything. So just put the word peace, because we don't need to have peace and love, right? Just to be easy. Just for now, very quick, because all the proper rules and guidelines gonna come afterwards, after organization launching this. Just for now, for people to already know something's different. Okay, so gonna put peace, and then whichever is the name of the school, keep the same exact name in English. Translate on Google Translation and put the name of the school or the name of the residential community. All right? Okay? Do it as soon as possible before the party. Before the party. So it's forbidden to place any sign. So if you have an old sign, don't put anything on the top of that. Paint the word peace there, and if it's another word, paint. Just paint. It's okay, that's still bulky or bold, If it's a big sign, take out, And if you have a wall, around your property, place at the wall, already placed right there. 1 by 1, 1 meter by 1, by the address. You need the proper address right there beside. Or make one sign for both. But the right is 2 separate signs. Everyone's mandatory to have a small metal sign, and this is also a metal sign, fixed, attached at the wall. So if here's the gate, beside the gate, right? Okay, already put one side the other, whichever is possible. And all previous planned activities are canceled. Birthday parties, we're gonna do later with the proper rules and guidance from September on. All cancel. If you plan ahead, because we can't have people traveling around, we can't have people go to theaters, they're not positive. Okay, everything is canceled, all those activities. Simple birthdays at the park, then it's okay. But these big parties or big graduations, nobody gonna graduate, They're gonna, everyone, even the 19, 20 years old, gonna do their tests again, all the tests. They can't graduate high school. That's very important. And universities cannot enroll new students any age, any age. They cannot enroll new students because we're gonna do everything as a peace organization. And here's the other items. I'm gonna put 40 total items here. If they're independent with food, yes or no? I mean, they buy their own, they have their own. Independent with clothes, they buy their own, they have their own. Independent with house bills, they buy or they always ask for help. They buy, they ask for help, they ask for help. Independent housing or live with others. Some people can't afford their own house. They still living with other people, their own parents, their maid or the friend or a roommate, okay? So I'm gonna add here, so we're gonna have a total of 40 items instead of 25, okay? All right, I'm gonna put the points. All right, so basically is that we are going to have the letters for co-workers, and this already talked about these two things. All right, thank you. Okay, so other things very quick. It's forbidden to change summer and winter hours. We're gonna keep any country that's on this situation, the last Saturday of the month, they have to change. All right. Okay, so end of April or end of May, done for all countries, because make no sense here. Make no sense for everyone. Imagine the future. We're not going to have all these digital clocks, right? Okay, it's decided, organized, easy for everyone, so you don't have to change. Imagine family clocks, cell phone clocks, airport clocks, school clocks, work hours, people are going to be adjusted, people go, they already do, so, sleep, go to bed when it's daytime. Yeah, people do that already anyways, right? And the other way around, they sleep till 8, 10 o'clock in the morning, right? Saturday, Sunday, vacation day, so if people can sleep during the day, that's fine. We have simple cotton curtains and done. All right. Desert irrigation. This paper is just updates for everyone, but I'm already doing here because then I don't have to do afterwards. Desert irrigation, after, at the end of these 10 years, we're going to have a checkup, because some deserts have more aquifers than the others to be sustained. When we leave the desert before 20 complete years, like 4 months, start at 4 months, 2 months, and then it's done, we are going to leave the irrigation there. Yes, we are, some type of irrigation, most natural as possible, flowing water slowly, right? Okay, so we have to see how we're gonna do for each desert area of each desert, continent desert, right? To be sustainable, so they won't empty out the aquifer at once. That's exaggerated, of course, but just to let you know, because it's gonna take many more years, maybe 40 years for them to really be more sustainable, than 80 years for them to be really, really bad, until they're gonna have daily rains, right, as a rainforest. for places they are in close to equator. I'm just saying in few words, very quick, for you to have an idea. So we're gonna evaluate at 10 years and evaluate before the 20 years again to make sure we have enough for many, many decades. All right, so all the Mother's Day, all the Father's Day, I believe that's the best. Always at the fourth Sunday. Why? Because the kids already having classes, so they will practice those 4 weeks for that event. They would practice those 4 weeks for that event, And because every month, we're not doing like Waldorf School, that most is 3 weeks. We're doing everything as the month. The first whole week, it's already counted. So some weeks is 4.5, but let me just give you some example here very quick. So if we have, you see here, that doesn't count. So what will be the 4 weeks for this month? I'm just giving an example. 1, 2, 3, 4. What will be here? The 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because that is already part of the other rhythm. Right? And here, this would be here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is almost 5, right? If we get that. But anyways, for everything, what's the first? 1, 2, 3, 4. So the teachers, instead of do 3 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 weeks, we're already going to do 4, 4, 4, right? Going to be the rhythm of the month and not just the rhythm of 3 weeks. All right, so here, all festivals will be also on the 4th Saturday or Sunday of each month. And here's an improvement. For schools, going to be always on Saturdays. And for resident communities, always on Sunday, morning, afternoon. I think that's reasonable according to our reality. Because then the little children of elementary school not going to have 2 big parties on the same day and then none, right? And the others already said, city parks and the county parks, right? The following week, right? Can be Saturday and Sunday as well. This I already talked about, so here's just a few more updates. Thank you. All right, so here we have an improvement. If you have a restaurant close by, and if they already did their 2 days cleanup, yes, go out, have fun, right? That's fine. Or a hotel that has a pool area, or a hotel that has a restaurant, go to a special location. Ask them already to do for free or pay a half and get a half for free, whichever agreement according to your reality. Make sure, because then it's not at the school, make sure you have a proper contract with whom? With the new approved department directors. Department directors is a pre-department director, because not the real one yet, right? It's just a good practice for those 2 months. So make sure you have a good contract if it's not at the own school, right? So make an agreement ahead of time. As soon as you are approved, you got that final approval, you sign, because everything gonna go really fast, a week apart. So the owner already know, everything already know. Okay, you have to check the basics. They already have their bowls, not plates. They already, plant some gardens so they can be open, or they still purchasing 100%. So if they already have good practices and already planted, you can even exchange with them. Say, look, we're gonna bring the parents here, with their high school sons and daughters, twice a week or once a week for different teams, and instead you give us everything for free, the food and the day, right? That's another idea. Make this contract agreement first, and then you confirm with the new approved department directors. All right. Here you can do 10 families, because some families going to be already huge. They're going to adopt more to close orphanage. Some families going to be small. Maybe they just have 2 kids, maybe 4. So do the best you can. If you can 10, do 10. If you can get 20, no more. All right? And of course, the department directors need to be there, right? They need to be there, help. And everything else is the same. department directors can only join if their children is at least 8-year-old, right? Everything else the same, you know, because you're already preparing for the future. 8 years old. What else? Speak English, right? Speak English. I didn't say. What else? Speak English. No, little kids, that the youngest is 8 and above. Speak English, already said. Communicative, that's mandatory, will pass in front of others. And what else? Basically is that, right? Polite, respectful. Okay, all right. So this is basic for everyone. All right. So if you have any question, if you really don't know the restaurant owners, do at the school. Keep at the school because you're safe there. Put a few tables, right? Buy a few picnic tables. Borrow, you know, some folding tables, you know, some folding chairs. You know, that's okay. Folding tables, folding chairs. All right? Okay? All right, let me see if something else here. So I'm just going to complete up to 40, right? And put the points. That's I still need, points. This I already talked about here. So now let's talk about this that we still need to do. Let's go. Okay, so here's an improvement. This is about teen, but the ones for sign-ups for adults, only if they are already married. We are not going to do 10 minutes for singles, 10 minutes for married. They already bring their paperwork. You know, they already know. Parents should already know a little bit about each other. You're already offering this, you know, for them to come. So they still have 1 week. Let's give 1 week, right? 1 week time for the first sign up. But before this 1 week, you know, let's put 10 days. 10 days. Before that, what you're going to have? You're already going to receive the people for a meeting with a person, welcoming them, right? Say, hi, okay, I work at the school, or I'm a grandparent. Needs to be someone they already familiar a little bit with it, right? And also they're going to know them a little bit, all right? So at the first week, offer 4 meetings, 2 meetings. So you can do 2 at noon, right? At noon. And 2 classes, or 2 dance classes, or 2 English class. I think that's really, so you'll be 1 whole week. I put 10 days because if you start on Thursday, you have no time. You need the inmate to come home and start next week. So you do Tuesday and Thursday, or Wednesday and Friday, for example. So they have 2 opportunities to meet each other, right? And also 1 week to gather their paperwork, everything they can, and then they start applying. And the decision gonna be, as I said, in the 2nd week, right? I think because the couple in charge will take over, right? Decision end of 2nd week of classes, the English and dances, and the decision of the couple will be the end of the 2nd week of classes and meetings, right? They already have 2 days lunchtime meeting and 2 days class, English with dance, 1 hour each, right? Okay, that's good. And they have to help. You know, they have to be at school. They cannot apply for those positions if they are working at another location. They have to work or volunteer at the school. We need to know them. They're applying to be there, so they have to be already there. Okay? All right? Morning and afternoon teams. Let's keep like that. Perfect. Done. Okay, so now we just have to do this. How to combine teens and boys. First, you're gonna put everyone by age, you know, so the teacher's gonna do if they have to invite someone, because some countries, they make the student to repeat the whole year if they were bad in one or another subject. And some countries don't do that. They keep going. They just attend a different class, but they are unless they're really bad. But they attend a different class that they were behind. But they still most of the class with their own students, such as middle school and above, right? Okay, so first you put everyone the same age, right? Of course, that teacher gonna be organizing that, whichever is the old one or the new one, okay? All right. The new one, of course, as soon as possible. All right, and then you're gonna put all females in a line, all males in a line. The tallest on the back, here's the teachers. Couple, new teacher, married couple. All right, and the front here, the shortest, right? Okay, you check one more time, only that age, only that age. For what? According to the day you're doing, that's fine. You know, the day you're doing, that's April, May, that's fine, you know. Which considerations you can have? A birthday, until end of June, because both countries gonna be the same. That's it. If someone really already loves someone else, that's okay. Look, I have a birthday, so until the end of June, that's okay. All right? Okay? And then they're gonna practice dance and together, already, of course, with their own partner, but they still stay at their own class. And then the oldest one gonna repeat one grade, right? Because if they're boyfriend, girlfriend, they have to be part of the same class. Okay, great. All right. Okay, so that how gonna be? Gonna be exact like that. 1 to 1, 1 to 1, 1 to 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. But we have to see race. Different race. So among those clothes, for example, this person, so here it's a black girl, for example. Oh, that's black, not good. That's black, not good. Oh, that's white. Okay, gonna get the first option done. All right, first option. Why? Because we're gonna have great rules and guidance for everyone. If they're already dating, then it's different. But if they're not, that's how gonna be. Next, for example, here, the girl. Here are boys, right? A boy, white. Okay, oh, that's white, not good. That's white, not good. That's white, not good. That's black. All right, get the black. Doesn't matter if it's tall or not, okay? Or here, any leftover here. Okay, start here. Or start here, whichever is the leftover they have, because they're the tallest, so they have to get the shortest option instead of the tallest option. Because girls need to be a little smaller, the best as possible, than the boys, you understand? Girls don't do that. The boys gonna choose. It's easier this way because the teachers are here. So it's easier. Who is left? In an opposite race, different race is enough. Don't need to be exact the opposite. Soon as different is fine, right? Such as white and Chinese counts, you know, or if it's white and Latin counts, unless some Latin people is really white, right? Then doesn't count. But what I'm saying is no blonde with blonde, no black hair with black hair. You just try the best. So every person, every boy here goes to the first leftover person. You know, for example, this is steak and this is steak and this is steak. Oh, that's leftover. That boy gonna get the first towards this way going up, because then they will be shorter. If these girls here too big and everyone already found, it's okay, they go to the next taller class, you know, the class above them, the next grade. That's fine. If the girls are left over here, that's fine, okay? All right, but the boys, the best spot is going to be a little short or the same height or a little bit taller, but not too much taller, because the main thing is the race. All right, how are you going to start this? Start kindergarten, you know. Not too much, because people are going to be moving around anyways, right? You just do the best you can now. And they can also change boyfriends and girlfriends, because parents can get a new job in another city. They can move communities. So teens can have new boyfriends and girlfriends. Who cannot have and already need to marry, there is everyone 23 years old and older. All right, doing great. A few more updates for all of us. Thank you. So here's the restaurant. If you have, you know, a small restaurant, for example, and the school, so we're not doing both here. We are doing both only afterwards. Yeah, you can do both. Yeah, let's do both. Let's do both and restaurant, okay? Yeah, let's do both of them, because it's really great. But of course, you're gonna check before for safety. If they did their 2 days cleanup at the office, both need to show they did their 2 days. You're gonna contact them, talk about, make an agreement first, and then sign a contract soon after with the new department directors. So you get the day, next day or so, I think we do them. You can't do both. So for example, you have 10 families here, 10 here, 20 families here, 20, it depends the size of the boat, maybe one of the parents, or one boat, or if you have a rental boat company close by. Okay, so if the winning families at the end of third week, you have what? The winning families. They're already going to sign up for the best option, because they're going to be counted who is the first, not who sign up first, right? So boat right, BR for boat right, okay? Here, restaurant with presentation, so that's what you put. You put restaurant, R for restaurant, P with presentation. Presentation of who? Some students live really close to the school, you know, up to 4 blocks. You know, they come, present before the first team eats and before the second teams eat, or even during this whole hour, right? Hour and a half or so. You know, they can sing a little bit for one team, they can sing a little bit for another team. Such as teens with their parents or grandparents, right? Grandparents can go to accompany them, and whichever is possible. They're also gonna sign up. If they have big points, they can do it, no presentation. Thank you. Alright, so this one I already talked a little bit about, but I think I forgot something. So here's for parents that work. They have to come in help less hours. Here's the parents that do not work. They do not work, but they also have to help in more hours. 5 hours, 5 hours. Here's 2 is 2. All right, okay. So here's what I want to say. So it's okay if they take urban bus until end of April, even until end of May. No more. Urban bus up to, or bicycle, up to end of May. End of May, no more. So if they live too far, you know, they can't go to summer camp there. They have to do summer camp at their own residential community with their grandparents. If the parents are working, they can do their grandparents, right? And then from June on, here, June, let's put June. From June on, they can only walk, right? Walk only, all right? Okay. And we are doing only for married couples, and they cannot sign up if they're obese, if they're overweight, if they're sick, if they did any test for cancer, if they did any MRI because they're sick. You know, we have to see what they talked about the last few months. Oh, I'm fine, I'm smiling, I'm great. But, you know, 2 weeks ago they were sick, or they vomit, or, you know, they have a stomach bug, or they were complaining of headaches, or they were saying they were going to the doctor. You have to be smart. What they were saying these last few months, these last 2 years. Up to 2 years, I think, is reasonable, okay? So I'm fine. I'm fine where? Where are you fine? oh, I do this and that. When you do this and that, prove, bring the letters, people that have seen you doing this and that, okay? All right, so strollers are allowed all the time, up to 3 years old is fine. No. Up to 2 years old, until August, whole August, it's okay, 2 years old. Because sometimes the parents need to run, who's gonna watch their baby, right? Their toddler, even the 2 years old until end of August is okay. But up to 3 years old, until end of May, because we want people to complete their proper semester, official semester, their continent. Okay, so if they're 3 years old, parents can still go even 2 kilometers far away to that school to keep consistency. So the kids don't get crazy with so many changes, right? They're a good school, they're safe. Okay, keep going. Now, another thing that they can say, parents that have children different schools, such as preschool and middle school, can happen, right? Adopted or not. So, on this case, the parent gonna decide what's the best. The grandparents gonna help with one school and they're gonna do the other. But remember, cannot have family card. That's the most important. All right, so how you gonna do that to make this happen? That's okay, grandparents living with you. Yeah, all right, so they can do it, okay? All right, thanks so much. I think that is done. Now, one more. Thank you. All right, so now we have some words about homeschooling. So, parents need to enroll, they have 2 business days to enroll their children, teens from 0 to 20 years old. So they're safe, they have their proper learning hours, right? A whole day, that's really important. So they're safe. And then after August, as soon as we have the organization launching day, we're gonna have proper details. But for now, they have to bring their kids, their children and teens to school instead of being home. One day they have class, the other day they don't. One day at home, right? For those that study at home with the parents, some days they go out, see others, and then they don't. They don't play enough, they don't play consistency, they don't learn consistency. It's not easy for parents to have consistency. And then, who is their friends? Just their brother and sister is not a good environment. Children needs other children. Classes, all classes going to be about 20 children. For now, can be up to 28 if they're older, right? And with another couple as assistant, right? But they need that. They need children. And they're gonna have older, bigger classes only if they're already structured like that, right? Because some gonna be demolished, right? But if they have 2 small classes, use small classes with one couple instead of one couple teaching, because the spouse will be already the assistant. Okay, but in case it's really needed, that's okay. For older children, but not until the end of elementary school, is one couple per class. All right, and the spouse is already, as I said, the assistant. Okay, so here they have up to 2 weeks. I think that's really reasonable. Up to 2 weeks, if there's no school close by, right? So for preschools, it's acceptable to be separated. And where they're going to be? A restaurant that closed down or another place that's for rental or to purchase. Talk to the owners, get the donation of that site, put a proper fence, right? And put some logs for them to play, some things for the garden, done. You don't need to build a play set or anything like that because people are going to be moving soon, right? But this is a work that we can't have those kids and teens at home, online, and then they do whichever they want, and they go eat, and they study in bed. Everything is not good. They don't have enough fresh air, they don't play outside, they don't take sun, okay? So this is information for parents. They have to figure out and register 2 business days to register their kids. They can also get a close down or a place that's available. As soon as they have fence, they're safe. They hire a teacher for that age group, right? That's married with 2 kids themselves, right? Everything we're doing, we need to already hire the proper people. People don't drink, don't smoke, don't use marijuana, don't use pharmaceutical drugs. People that are healthy, polite, respectful, happy. All right, so you have 2 weeks for this or 2 days for that. All right, 2 business days or 2 whole weeks. All right, to start, invite the other parents, everyone in your neighborhood with that same age, because if you get in a place closer, because people are not going to have family cars to bring kids to preschools far away, make no sense. You have to open one right there outside your neighborhood. You know, you can start maybe 2 weeks, 1 week inside, it's okay. But you need to have proper documentation and outside the property, because the people that come in to check up not going to be inside your property, right? They're going to be at the street. So you have to be getting a place, a house that's for rental. You can use a house. Many houses have large rooms. You can do the smaller rooms you can use for the preschool, for the infants, toddlers, larger rooms for older kids, right? You can have for the kindergarten class done, because the main thing is to have what? Outside area to play with a few logs and the garden, the food garden. Now is information for teachers that have a home school themselves. Usually this is done a lot, at least in Florida, other states, other countries, for preschool. They stay there the whole day, right? Some really teach, right? They have a program, they follow each day, they're very organized. Some don't do anything. The kids stay on TV, they do, they eat, but they don't have a proper program. They don't go outside and play properly free or guided games. They stay on TV, and it's not good. So they also have 2 weeks to move to one of these locations I just said, and invite other couples. If they're not married, they can't open a new place. They just have to say bye to their clients. If they're married with 2 children, okay, so they can already open a place close by, as I just said here, right? So if it's a preschool, gonna need at least what? Let's say 4 couples, right? I think 4 couples for a preschool, and will be who? Their own parents. If you're a teacher here and want to open because you already have your certification for that country, that's okay. So invite someone else, because in the future, everything gonna have 10 couples. That's okay if you want to start with 4 now. Will be minimum required from now. 4 now, that's okay. But on the future, every site of all places will be the parents for preschool. Right, the child and parent class, they're gonna be right there helping, and also play with them, do learning games with them, and then to go and clean, to go and cook, to go work at the garden, to go and teach, to go, so they're gonna be working together, to do accounting, to gonna do the administration and checking. There are 10 departments. For every school the same, even that's a small preschool, done right outside the residential community or part of the residential community. If a street, the people checking up can come in and out and things like that. All right, you're doing great. One more topic that's updated. Thank you. But you need walls or fence, chain link fence, and a gate with a lock. you open something, you need to be safe. That's a minimum requirement. You need some inside space, outside space, walls, property walls or property fence, and a lock, a gate and a lock, right? Of course, some natural toys, everything like Waldorf schools, all right? Some fabric, cotton fabric, not silk at Waldorf school, some cotton fabric, some wooden blocks. That's okay, a few painted, a few not painted. Very basic things, some dolls, right? And the rest is the food gardens and outside games and outside free time. You have both of them. You cannot open without this 6 things, right? And also you need a kitchen and bathroom. 8 things. All right? Okay, so go ahead. The parents that, for example, parents that are independent, right, for older school, the best is already to register them close by and get a urban bus if you need, because you need 10 couples to open elementary school and above. Elementary, middle, high school, you need 10 couples. 4 couples accepted now for preschool. That's simple. If you have these 8 minimum requirements on a future, and windows that open, 9 requirements, and a lock, a cabinet with a lock, right, for the documentation. So 10 requirements, 10 minimum requirements for preschool, okay? Invite all your neighbors, talk to everyone, see which buildings are for rent or for purchase, talk to their owners, decide, and the one that has the best certification will be the principal, right? So that's okay to start. But after August, right, after the organization launching day that we are organizing to be August 24th, what you're gonna need? 10 couples, but it's okay, you have time until you get there. So who gonna be the required? Do according to your country right now. Okay, what your country requires, you go and you get it done. 4 couples with those requirements, whichever they need, whichever they ask. Paid or volunteer, because everything we're doing now from April, right? April until the organization launching day. What we're gonna do? We are going to do the best we can. So if you need money, you get money. People gonna pay you money. How much? 15, up to 15 an hour, to be reasonable, to help a little bit, okay, but maybe instead of paying the money, already purchase a house or give a house, apartment to that teacher, that principal, already give. So it doesn't need that much salary. We're gonna have food at the gardens, and people will get an apartment. Talk to owners to give. Yeah, look, we have this teacher, these people need an apartment for her, for him, or for them, right? They're married. For married couples. Okay, very good. Or they're volunteers. They already have a house. They can afford a few bags of beans, right? Few bag of beans, sometimes a little something from a supermarket, and we're gonna have our own food gardens. All right, okay, so this way we're gonna be really organized, ready to go. Okay, my friends, thanks so much. Let's get organized and do the best we can until the organization launching day, because after that, everything for everyone gonna be in points according to their so probably here September 1st and on, because we're gonna get a check-up with those families that are coming to the conference. So from September 1st on, everyone in all countries is gonna be in points. But this I would rather consider checking with those families for any improvement needed, because that's a lot. Some countries have their currency values nothing compared to others, right? Compared to American dollar, compared to the euro, that many European countries use. Some don't use that much, but anyways. So for us to be reasonable and the least as possible, the least as possible. And I believe we also have adjustment time, such as 2 years point for people to have an idea of what's going on. Or if we already go straight to the real change, will be very small salaries, such as what? Maybe $100 for the whole month, or even less than that, because we don't need to add so many zero, 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 for the total amount they get per year. We don't need that. But we also have to consider that every tiny thing we do gonna count points. So we're gonna have hundreds, thousands of points. So it's a lot to evaluate. So I think we're gonna make a plan for 2 years, and any adjustment needed gonna be made afterwards. All right? So that's reasonable considering this. So we're gonna get a point per minute of a good action, or a point per hour, or a point for items. So some items gonna be 5 points, 2 points, 1 point, So it's a lot for us to talk about and define. So until September 1st, you're just gonna do the best you can according to people's need. If they already own a house, they will be volunteers, or a half salary instead of 15. Maybe they get $4 or $5 an hour, right? I'm just giving ideas, because some people pay a lot of money for food and they don't have their gardens yet. Supermarket expense, organic food expensive, bulk is expensive, everything is expensive or really bad. Such as very high processed food. That one is cheap, but who wants that to be sick afterwards, right? We can't have that. So considering this, and also considering that we don't want too many zeros on the future, so let's see, we're gonna make a plan and then improve that if needed, okay? All right, my friends, get ready, organize, just do the best you can, and we'll see you soon. Alright, so let's say a few words about toys at home. So, everyone up to 4th grade, even little ones can have a little something, like after 6 months. 6 months, because until 6 months is different. They are going to have a little plastic things and maybe like a sock tack ball, something really soft. Now we can easily make a few ones that washable in those synthetic fabrics already painted. A little fish, a little dog, a little something you can play inside, and also some in plastic for their bathtub time that they can bring to the pool. It's okay for them to play. Try to grab it, so sometimes the parents can bring that. All right. But let's talk about those 2 baskets at home, okay? It's 2 baskets or 2 wooden boxes, because they last longer. You rent them from your own library, your own residential community library. They're gonna have books, right? They're gonna have those baskets, and at the end of the 4th grade, you have to return them. Rent with a few points per month, right? It's mandatory. Why is that? Because the parents are busy with something, they can go play, play a little bit and, return them. So in the future, now we're gonna do the best we can. Can be wooden boxes with cotton felt, if they're flat here, right? Of course, they're gonna be flat. They can be straight or they can be a little slanted. That's fine, as soon as they're firm. Or real baskets. So wood or basket. Okay, if it's a basket, they won't scratch. You're just gonna put on this little rug, right? Like 1x2 long rug. For them, the kids are there. All right, why is that? Because maybe a weekend or vacation, parents get up a little later, they can play a little bit, right? They can play a little bit. And or grandparents are in charge of them, parents left for the dinner, at the restaurant, somewhere special, so they have a little something to play. That's fine. But they don't need dolls. They don't need dolls. They're already going to have dolls at school. So here at the list that they're not going to do anybody at all ages. People will do at their own school. So no knitting at home, no sewing at home, no dolls at home, no metal cars at home, no electric toys or electric items, no electronics, no drawings, no clay, nothing of that. Here they can have a book, a puzzle, that's okay. Why? Because if they get up a little earlier than the parents, right? If they want, they can do a little something. They get ahead, right? They rent from the library for free. Those are not needed, right? As soon as they have the 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks, can renew for 2 more weeks maximum and bring it back. Small puzzles, already talked about that, right? I think maybe up to 200, 400 pieces, those very small ones, and larger ones for smaller kids. All right, so they have 2. One with blocks, wooden blocks, right? We can, use the ones we already have right now. We already have a few painted, a few plain, right? And basically that some have even for older kids, such as I think 3rd and 4th, maybe even 2nd, yeah, train set. They can also get a train set, second grade and to fourth grade, because they need to be careful so they don't break their pins. So they can set up a little train set, and here or here they can also have those little trees, some pine trees, some fruit trees with a little simple drawings, right? They will last forever. Some simple animals such as dogs, right? Animals that are authorized, so it's just dogs, rabbits, that's it, right? Okay, so something like that. Here's some pine trees, okay, and they can do the drawing, make different types of trees, 2 or 4, simple. Okay, and they also have little guys. The little guys can be some in wood, and some older kids need to practice anyway. Some can be in cotton. They can make and bring home, and they can share with their sell at the fairs, or share the little brothers. They can sell at festivals. These little guys, like 5 centimeters, 4 centimeters tall, that's just the body. They stand up like that, and their head is a wood, because it's strong. You just make 2 dots, a tiny smile, and done. Glue a little hair, with yarn, done. You make a boy and a girl, done. Very simple. They already stand up because the base is wood. They just have a little cape or something around them, right? Okay, so they can play with these things. The other idea, it's so they can have this for a city to build around here somewhere, and this according to their age. And here's some fabrics, small fabrics, 1x1, 1x2, so they can put, for example, on the floor and build all this on the top of a fabric. Not the train track, is better than a flat, but if they want to make a little city, little woods, a little, so. older kids get up, play with them, or one parent is sleeping, the other already got up, can play with them a little bit, right? Okay, or if it's I don't know, very cold day, on a vacation, okay? All right, so they can have that, and sometimes they can change the basket for wood. These will be wood for sure, because those are blocks, they're heavy, you know, so when you're carrying them, you're gonna carry them from the bottom because they don't have a holder. Or they just have one, you know, one is strong, like thicker than broom pole, right? That holds, and the thing goes a little higher. The wood box goes a little higher here, so has a hole here for this to pass. So you can carry from here, hold that. And basket will be round as basket with lighter things. You know, a little bit of this, or fabrics, or things like that. Okay? All right. So basically it's like that. And here, so we're not having drawings at home, you know. You can have some colored pencils for your records book, but not for drawings. Not for drawings. If people want extra classes for summer camp, they go to extra class summer camp, do the drawings there and bring them ready. Because we don't want to have, like nowadays, you know, all this anime with one eye, the hair bangs cover the other eye, they don't even have the other eye. They look like monsters. So we don't want people to be creating things without someone being looking what they're doing. So they do at the school, a teacher is looking at them. They want to do extra class in what they call clay modeling, drawing. Some classes will be available at those places, their own school, nature sites, right? If they're traveling, maybe some one day or another they can have some artistic things at the hotels they are, you know, a little bit, 1 or 2 days, finish, 1 or 2 days, finish for the tourists, you know, that are there, okay? Because they're going to enjoy other things, and everyone 15-year-old, they know they're going to have a boyfriend, a girlfriend, going to have fun with their own family, they're going to play every day. What are they going to play? That's other things we can have at the own residential communities to rent will be those small rackets with a ball, you know, just the handle here. You know, there's wooden ones, very small wooden ones. That's a nice, few simple things like that gonna be rented. And now also, let me already say about bicycles, right? Bikes. So right now, people that still working far away until the organization launching day, it's all right. But remember, the whole August, everyone gonna be home, right? So it's okay here. They use their own, bring inside their apartment, so they're safe. Nobody gonna punch their, you know, empty out their wheels, right? Their tires. So bring inside your apartment. If you need that for work, it's your own, it's your own. But we will also have here this mini library here, right? Those things to rent. You can also have a bike for a funny day. If you don't have one, you can go, you know, and go around the city, you know, for a special family Sunday day. That you can do that too. Or even elders can get during the week, or if some people can work with it. If they don't have, they rent, put back, lock the garage. Put back, lock. A garage with a door, not a garage with a garage door. We're not going to have garage door anywhere. They're not sustainable, because if they break, it's hard to fix. But a regular door, larger door for the bike to pass, right? A regular door. Okay, but if it's your own, use for work, keep at your home. Afterwards, we're gonna give a date, but I'm not giving a date yet, when will be forbidden to have a bike at home. But for now, if you work, you use, keep it inside until the organization launching day for sure. It's your bike. We don't want to mess up with it. You paid for it or someone gave to you. Have a certificate. Have a certificate, because all the bikes And all these toys coming, keep your receipts. Okay, so we bought this train set. So every residential community maybe can have 10 of these, or 20. 20 of this, 20 of that, 20 of this, 20 of that, right? Different things for them to be exchanged. And then some books, some puzzles. So when you're buying, you keep the receipt at your records book, the library. You know, we're gonna call library because we're gonna have books, and they're gonna, I don't know, fun rental or community fun rental. Maybe we change the name of the library because the library is always related to book. But anyways, this place that every residential community will have, you know, will have those things, and on their records book they have to keep everything. So one space for all receipts, you know, that has a date, printed receipts. If they buy online, they have to ask ahead of time to have a proper printed receipts. Everything online gonna be like supermarket receipts with time, day, hour, total value, right? Because we have to give attention. And every single place of the entire planet, we need to have records of our organization. So we start the first page, Peace and Love International Organization. Then you have the receipts with time and day. If you don't have that yet, buy at regular supermarkets, buy at Walmart, at Target, whichever you have in your country, with day, time, value, everything. Keep your receipts. Also in your records book, if you got things donated, it's all right. They have to sign. So one of the spaces of this record book gonna be what? Items donated. Oh, we got 10 bikes, 2 of this, 4 of this, 5 of this, 2 of that, you know, whichever it is. And then gonna be a list. Name the person donating, estimated value in money, right? And then date, time, okay? And where the person got from, you know, because we don't want people to get anything it's not theirs, you know. So I bought, so gonna be in the second line. I bought 2 years ago. Someone, or the person gonna say, someone gave it to me 10 years ago, or I got as a present, I got as a birthday present 4 years ago. Whichever the sentence the person gonna put after these things I just told you. All right, so we have records of everything, and the first line here is today's date. And here gonna be what? One receipt glued after another. You take a picture of that receipt, because some receipt they lose the ink very easily. Take a photocopy, make a copy on a regular machine, because now we have petroleum. All the machines gonna have very strong ink. It will last forever. In the future, we have to put resin on those machines, but for now we have petroleum. We already have great technology doing that, and they last forever. But do not keep the receipts without making a copy. So you make a copy, all the receipts that fit on that page, right? So you have what? Maybe three small ones here, maybe 2 larger ones here. Those long ones, that's what we need, not those huge ones like they send on Amazon, a whole page. We don't need that. We need small receipts without advertising, just with the date, time, value, and what you got. Regular supermarket receipts. So you wait a few, get them together, make a copy, and glue the whole page at your records book. All right? Okay, you're gonna do this year after year after year. All right? Okay, so those are the 2 places, one for receipts and one for here. All right? And any activity, you know, the beginning. Oh, we open the first meeting to have this organized at our residential community was this, that day. After, we already have who? the 10 department directs of our residential communities that were approved on this date and time. Okay, so after that, maybe a week or 2 weeks later, according to your reality, because what's your main focus, right? Okay, and as the people will leave the center of continents, what they're gonna do? They can bring with them, right? They can bring with them. Because everybody gonna be moving, you know, so those libraries already organized with a few things. Do not buy too much. It's just to attend people, a little bit here, a little bit there. Does not need to be there all the time. For little kids, yes, up to 4th grade, they have always a little something. So for example, 2-year-old or a 4-year-old, the parents are talking at the table about something that's not related to them. We don't want to overwhelm because they're already a whole day at school learning things, playing, right? They can play a little bit. Or parents that do not have a clubhouse to eat yet. When they're preparing the food, the kids have. It's important for us to give them a little something to do. You know, many kids were addicted to cartoons, TV, get home, TV, get home, cell phone, get home, video games, right? So we have to give something to them, right? Even to those that were not addictive. So they have a little something to do and they always clean up. If it's really beautiful, you can leave it there for 2 or 4 days. 2 or 4 days. Already start teaching them. They can live. It's neat, it's beautiful, good location, not on a passage where people walk to go to places, bathroom or bedroom. You know, it's in a good corner of the house, the living room, or their own room, whichever you have available. Yeah, okay, good. All right. And those rugs, here soft fabric, but every kid gonna have 1 by 2, you know, to put those baskets on the top and in a flat carpet tile type, flat, firm, so they can sit if it's a cold day, right? Play a little bit, they feel comfortable, but also good to put some toys on the top of it. All right? Okay, all right, that's good. And then we're gonna give proper instructions, you know, if you have a ball, if you have a bike, when the day gonna be that we're gonna keep all to the community instead of people's homes. But I believe September 1st or so, and August we're gonna share anyways, right? So, but we're gonna give instructions afterwards because some people are not trained yet to be careful, to be kind to other people's toys. Some people don't care. So we might have 6 months, you know, you take care of it. You have a basketball, you have a regular ball, you have a soft ball, you have a soft animal. Some things we can easily already put here, but for those other things, we're gonna let you know, such as bicycle, you know, okay, because people might move very soon. So, you know, if you already need the bike to go far away or to get food or to get go to work, as I said, you will already have your bike, okay? And someone, if they need, they can share. All right, my friends, more details are coming soon. We'll see you soon. Thank you. All right, so here we are going to show, you know, on our documentary the best and the worst of each of our humanity in different items. Yes, we are. But some things are so bad that we're not going to show the real worst. Look, we have this in cartoons, in video games, in cards, in books, in comics. Unbelievable. You know, it's people without head, monsters that are kind and good-looking people, harmonious people, regular people that are evil. It's unbelievable which point we got, you know. So here's just a few things, and we're gonna, when we do those things, you know, for every topic, we are going to see what's the minimum age to attend, and of course the other people can watch, for them to give really value to our organization, you know. people with skins, melted skins, burned, movies that hurt others, destroy places, and they keep going. People without head, people with blood, bleeding, fighting, or robots that look like humans, you know. It's unbelievable. It's crazy. You know, you see people fighting and then gets these other monsters. Look at this, you know. So we're just gonna see how we're gonna do it, you know, or like robots that look like people. Anime people, companies make them addictive at kids. What they're gonna do when they grow up? You know, they're gonna be addictive to people without clothes or half clothes, but in exposing themselves, like having woman as an object and not as look at this, look at this. You know, what did I put search here? Look, human robots anime. That's what come up. And it's true. This is everywhere. It's unbelievable. So we have to be better. You know, we motivate people to be kind, to be friendly. We're not going to have huge monsters. So we're going to be careful on how we put things so people don't put things on their head. So we're going to make the video, already plan ahead the day, launch on YouTube, so people watch in one day, the next day we delete, done. Just for people to have an idea, because some people don't even have an idea how bad we got. All right, so every part of the document, we're gonna have those things, right? Human traffic, landfills, things what people do in labs, they create anything they want. They mess up with people's, you know, doing artificial insemination, they do for animals. So all these bad things are done. All right, okay, so those movies gonna have a day and next day gonna be deleted. All right, so let's say a few words. Everywhere you're gonna write the name of the organization on the top, such as the first page of records book, the first page of every notebook of every subject, right? Every real book gonna have the name of the organization, right? Okay, so Peace and Love International Organization. All right, so and then here's a table of contents. We're gonna make it better because this should be on the top. It's all right. It's for the Mother's Day in April, the festival, and also for the May festival. So it's two different festivals. As I said, we're gonna do for all countries the Mother's Day in April, and May, according if it's a South Hemisphere or May Hemisphere, gonna be Autumn or Spring Festival. Okay, so here's basic rules and guidelines from more or less what? March 24th until the end of July, right? Because August already the organization launching day. So what people can do, how we can do, the best as possible to get ready, you know, with documentation, with everything officially, everything organized. So the family's gonna have a folder at home with all their documentation and one folder to the place they're applying for, right? Because some places gonna close in 6 months, 1 year, right? But some gonna stay open, right? Longer, all right? So if that place closed, the place gonna give back their folder instead of shredding everything and make them do another one for the future place they're gonna work. No, they get the whole folder, give back to the family, so they do not need another one. And the next place they're gonna work, they already have copies of everything. They're just gonna check with the original that the family always gonna have with them. All right, so let's talk about a few topics. So the number one, and it's information with all details for the email and needs to be printed, you know, like for a regular orientation day, right? So if you have 200 kids, because some people don't even use email online services, or they check once a month. Yes, true. Some people don't have access to computers. All right, it's okay, no problem. So one teacher gonna be in charge, and you're gonna have that day set up and explain everything to everyone, right? So they have time to organize themselves, get ready. For other places that are used to have computer check emails every day, okay, send the email to everyone and wait for the reply. You have to have the confirmation. All schools of all types and all residential communities of all types need to have the confirmation, right? And people that have some communities, they do have WhatsApp a lot, right? They don't have internet, but they have WhatsApp. Then it's okay, you're gonna send the same exact information using WhatsApp, copy, paste, send, they can read, right? And places that do not use emails and do not use WhatsApp, what you're gonna do? Set up a day as soon as possible so you can do March already next week. Okay, you can already do, so the day will be what? You can do March 24th. That's plenty of time. You have almost a whole week, so if you get this notification Monday 20, you have almost the whole week to have an orientation class to everyone on the 24th. So they're ready, organize their paper, get ready, okay, and you will tell them and have in a printed copy somewhere in a little binder at the office. If they have any question, they have, and they can bring notes home. They're gonna remember most of it, and then every day they bring their kids anyways, they check if something else is needed. Number 2 is the dances, circle dances, choreography, different dances, everything gonna be here. What we're gonna do for each grade, I just posted most of them for the festival we're gonna have in April. That's Mother's Day. The one for May, you can already plan more or less, gonna be more or less the same with some changes in choreography to be a little different colors, different clothes, right? But the basic gonna be the same, okay? So you're already prepared. Simple, harmonious, simple songs. We're gonna sing ourselves, and we're gonna have just speakers for the couples dance, for the partners, teens and adults, okay? That is nice, so we don't sing for everything. It's nice to have something different. So you just place connected to very small speakers, those 10 by 10, very simple. If the school does not have yet, right, use the very simple, connect your cell phone, and they're very powerful. Use the one you already have. So every school can keep a small speaker up to what, 20 by 20 centimeters or so. That's plenty. Okay, all right. So here number 3, how to set up singles, how to put them together, those teens that don't have a boyfriend or girlfriend, parents, young adults, elders. Number 4, family peace pre-registration. To where? To the residential community, right? So all the basic requirements, and also to all educational sites, registering families for the students and also for the new owners that we're already organizing, already practicing now for these first few months. April, May, June, and July. All right, it's more details there you're gonna see. So number 5, sign up for all 10 departments. Sign up and approval, sorry. So when you type to put in the binder of your school or your residential community, please already type better, because we're doing all this in a hurry, but you can already do it organized. Type and leave it ready, available for parents, teachers to have a look. Always keep 2 copies, one at the office, right, at the counter, a simple place, anybody wants, ask, it's right there, and one locked at the secretary of the other documents, locked, nobody gets. So in case something happened with that one that you keep at the office, front office, right, available to everyone, you have your copy. So sign up and approval for the 10 department directors, requirements. The only married couples for more than 2 years can apply. They need to have children 8 years old and above, and other requirements. Number 6 are the games we're gonna do at these 2 parties. And then number 7 is the farewell early dinner. That's gonna be at on place with the building on the back of those videos made. So residential communities, as soon as they are approved, next day or they're gonna be an even day. So it's 2 days after, it's also an even day. They do the farewell dinner, right? For who? For the principal of the school and the most active teachers, right? Or the secretary, just for 10 couples, maximum 20 couples. Or 10, depends if the families are really big, but 10 or 20, no more. The residential community, the same thing. Who used to be the board members? Who used to be the secretary or the manager? Whichever it is, they also have this farewell 2 days after. Sign their papers, sign the records book, Okay. Number 8, food preparation. All right, so wash hands, everything clean the counters, purchase the food, prepare at on-site families. So not bringing food from home. They're not bringing food ready from home or even families you trust. We're going to prepare them at the school and at the residential community kitchens, right? You need to have that. Disinfect the counter, wash nails, only someone watching to see if nails were washed, for the strokes with the nail brush, everything else. So, and then we're gonna have some conversation time. So, because people gonna eat, right? So they have the food 20 minutes, they leave that table 15 minutes. And then another group, and they talk while they're waiting for their turn. So here gonna be what? 4 different teams eating every 15 minutes, So the other mom, they're not going to be around the food all the time, right? They already have lunch. This party in the afternoon is about 3 p.m. snacks. It's not a whole meal. It's just a little something. So they can go sit down on the grass, talk, or go to the bathroom, go drink water, or, they're around. Kids can play a little bit at the playground. All right. 9 is the fundraising, People already going to start sending money. So please already send some money by Friday, 24th, March 24th. Please already send. You got this note. Got $200 or $2,000 or $5,000, $10,000. Please already send, because we here also need to make our parties. Right? Two beautiful festivals, the same at all continents. So we need also materials for our classrooms. We need materials for our food gardens. We need, everything you can imagine. We also need seeds and timbers and mulch and soil and, okay? All right. Pay a few people that need money. Volunteers gonna be for the others. We need everything. We need printers, computer, laptops, just 2, a little bit of each, but we need. All right. So, the number 9 is fundraising. And then we have here, the number 10 is the party reports, written, and the videos already. Everybody gonna have their YouTube account. Okay. And then the number 11 is the transfer to new owners. Right, that I said here, the transfer. All right, so I put on number 11 for now. All right, here it is. And so I'm going just to add now a few videos. That's the part 2, and that we're done. But here was just for you to have an idea on the sequence, because the video sometimes one came a little before the other, and that will be a better sequence for us. All right, thank you so much for participation. We'll see you soon. All right, I'm just going to talk about those things. So when you set up, when you do the drawings, for example, one couple, married or high school kids, one type, one couple type, the other do the drawing, so to go faster, right? So you can have these two binders, one at the front office and one locked. So please already make the drawings, without all these notes. I said put the notes, type the notes, okay? So that's important when you're typing. And just leave the drawings clear with the notes related to it, then it's okay, right? Okay? And here I also want to talk, like here's the a simple version for grades and what they're gonna be doing. Okay, so also the same way, you type what you can, because this you really don't need. You just leave a space here for this very simple basic drawings, right? It's a quick guideline for example, the main teacher, the main couple leading that. Oh yeah, this is this is that, because with the days they're gonna memorize, but just a quick guideline so they just see the title, they remember everything else. The other thing is that, remember when I start making these videos that didn't have all the scribbles? So do the same, do on a simple version, right? And then on a side with more details. Do the simple version, more details. Simple version, more details. Just do four, two classes, right? 2 grades at a time. Because I did here, 6 is too much. So just do 4. Simple with detail. Simple with detail. So do the page in 4 and then use other pages, okay? Use white page for all the drawings without line, and everything else gonna be typed and printed in regular white printing paper, okay? All right, so I think we're good, so for everything, so people will have an idea. Also, as you practice, of course, for everything you practice the simple steps, and then you increase. For example, here, so first you go one side, go to the other side, and then without holding the ribbons, you go. One team go this way, the other team go this way, right? They practice themselves first, and then after a day, 2 days or so, then they hold the ribbon. So you don't have a bunch of ribbons mess up, right? If they don't even know how to do these steps properly. Maybe a whole week, because as I said, some kids are used to it, some kids are not, never done before such thing, right? They're good in other things. So for everything, start the basics, basic steps, and then when they're good, you implement something else, all right? Really good, thank you. All right, so here's the partner dance, part 2. So, more explanations about. All right, so we're doing for the dance in April, right? 2 for the teens, right? Up to 20 years old, and then 2 for everyone else, right? Everyone that's already married, officially married. And then we have those kids that are 20, right? 1 and 22. So if they already have their birthday coming up, it's worth it for them to get already officially married as soon as possible, get their own apartment, get it done. Or they can stay with their parents, for these 2 months, because some people will be moving, or, but they have to be independent. Make it nice, make it special, but already get married. If your birthday it's far away, then it's better to wait, and get organized, because once you already have a house, with your parents, you are less responsible, you need less salary, less money, okay? So if it's from September on, it's better wait. Okay, now we have this 21-year-old, they live at home, right? But they're not married. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put them with the high school, both of them with the high school kids, because they're not married, all right? And then all the other ones are officially married to stay at the party. You see here, officially married to stay at the party, because this way we're gonna be safer. We have 2 different groups, dance in different times, one after the other? Yes, but separately. Everyone needs to be officially married here to join, and those people can join without being officially married. And of course, those people 21, 22, they only gonna stay, of course, if their family got approved, all the paperwork of the registration, and also they're present, helping something, volunteering something, so people will know who they are, right? They just can't show up because their family was approved. They have to come and volunteer, help with something somewhere, be assistant of their parents if they're approved, or just help the school anywhere is needed. They're gonna do the basic class, right? The volunteer class, learn about how they can help, right? They can't drink, can't smoke, everything else the same, all right? So they are going to dance at the high school. All right, so let's go to the dance. For this time, we got two dances, right? We got Bailando, that I'm gonna show the steps, and we got the Kizomba, the one that they did in Italy, right? You have there the steps already of the second video, because the first one is hard to see, the choreography completely. Okay, if you can't do that, because as I said, some people never done those things before. So we're gonna do just these very simple steps and backwards. How that gonna work? So these instructions are for female. And when you do at your own school the paper to put on those two binders that school of any age need, what you're gonna do? You're gonna turn like that, and that's the male version. Done. Very easy. But for the parents, you're going to have two separate papers. It's going to be easier for them to learn, right? And the teachers also, they're going to learn separately. It's the best. One class or maybe, 2 days. So they practice their own part over and over. And then the last 20 minutes, the last half an hour of the class. So if you have 1 hour class, you can do one and then try together. One and try together, maybe 20 minutes, each or something like that, right? Okay? Because you need also to explain. But they can easily see the drawing. Place the drawing somewhere in a wall, a mural, right? So they can see. Or even better, if people have cell phones, take pictures of the drawings you make, a little bigger than what I'm making here, right? Send to them so they can look. So female version, take a picture this way and send. And then the other pictures, it's for male. So in separate pieces of paper. All right. Even different colors for them to see well, right? Okay. Now, how are we gonna do? So they arrived at the circle. Everyone is already on their positions. Remember the map I made, the arrival positions. They wait at where they're gonna be, right? And then they come they come, follow each other, all right? So they're ready on their positions along the available area, whichever it is a rectangle, is a square, all right? Okay, so a simple way, they start close to each other, holding, so the lady is with the left arm on the top of the man, and here the female have the right hand holding the left hand of the man. Okay, so they go 2 steps, 1, 2, back, back, 1, 2, back, back. That's the easy, you keep saying, so 1, 2, back, back, 1, 2, back, back. Always they go back to their place, okay? So if you have available like a cemented court, for volley, basketball, whichever it is, get a chalk and make so they have an idea where they're gonna land. They practice that way. Do a few days, right? Or every other day, or if it's rain every day, just a little number, for them to know where's their place. Okay, and here is and then the lady go right, so the male gonna be going left. Everything here's for female, okay? All right, so here's their place. So they go 1 together, 2 together, 1 together, 2 together. Go back to their place. All right, okay? So they always go back to their place. So you can even say ahead, now females to the right, 1 together, 2 together, go back, 1 together, 2 together, and practicing, they're gonna do a little fast. All right, this is another way. The ladies go back, 1 together, 2 together. What's together? Feet. The other feet comes together, and then they go back, 1 together, 2 together, back to their place. Okay? And here is when one is looking that side, this other one is looking this side, and they go shoulder to shoulder really close by, right? So they also do 1, 2, turn, 1, 2, turn, and flip around. They turn their body around, they turn, and then do 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay? All right. So here, now let's talk first what they're gonna focus on their feet, right? And which shoulder. Gonna go back first. That is why. So female can practice with the females, males can practice with males, because they're gonna say, if you're a female teacher, you're gonna say, now go with your right shoulder, because this shoulder is important. Right now it's just a guidance which shoulder leads, but after they're gonna move the shoulder, because we have to move our body, right? Right shoulder, and 1 and 2, they move their shoulder. We're gonna do some videos after, I'm gonna make for you afterwards, okay? And then go back with the left shoulder. Move your shoulder. Come on. 1 and 2. You make it a little exaggerated. But first you start everything a simple way. And with time, you're going to be talking like I'm doing. All right. So your right shoulder leads. Go back. Right foot. And right shoulder, and 1, so sorry, I made wrong here, so it's this way, 1 together, 2 together, and then now the left leads, so this is wrong actually, the left shoulder leads, 1 together and 2 together. This is wrong, that's the right one. And here you just go, the lady go to the right, and the man goes to the right as well. So here's the male and here's the female. All right, and then they flip and go back to their place. All right, you understand? So the female gonna make here 2 steps as well, 2 small steps, because they're holding each other hands, 1, 2, and opposite shoulders together, right shoulder lift and lead. And here for the male as well, the right shoulder leads. Okay, and then they flip. After you practice these basic things, that is feet and shoulder, you're going to focus on a hip and others. So the same exact thing that I said here, you're going to focus on hip, because we have to start moving our hip, right? So maybe you got some students that did, some never did, and some are elders. It's even hard to move around. But then they know this really well. All right. Move your hip, make it round, okay? Because they're ready. You're going to keep remember together. 1 together, 2 together. 1 without music. Start practice without music. And then you do, for example, the first 20 minutes, you can do females and males separately, all right, for them to practice 2 days or so, right? And then 20 minutes together, and then maybe 20 minutes with the music. And then you see, after these 2 days, every group might be different, right? Okay, something like that. 1 hour, no more than 1 hour is planned, because they also need 1 hour of English. All right, so here it's hip and look at others. Remember, everyone is a line. Okay, are you aligned? Make a stop. So every time they go back to their place, they have to see, are you back in place? Are you back in place, right? So they have to pay attention on their hip to move more, mostly women, but men also a little bit, right? And here, look at others. Are they aligned? Okay? All right. So that's the dance. Before this, you see here that I put 3 and 4. When you make your videos, you're gonna make it better. You're gonna do, instead of putting their hand already behind or shoulders, they're gonna hold each other arms. You know, you can, so hand with hand together. So if the female here put their shoulder a little bit, their hand a little forward this way, so let me see if I can do it here. Here, right? So let me see if that works. Yeah. So if the female, so they hold hands like that, both hands. So if the female do the arm like this go backwards, and then they move. So 1, 2, 1 together, 2 together, 1 together, 2 together. Okay? So all those, it's hand to hand, 1 and 2, hand to hand, right, of their partner. And the number 3 and 4, it's like the arm go over, right? The female arm, the left arm go on the male's neck, right? And the male hold the back of the female, right? They are, let's put embrace, right? Embrace each other, or hug each other, whichever you think is better. All right? Okay, so 1, 2, it's one thing. 3, 4 is another thing. And here's also have the simple, basic thing. What's the simple? Simple, focus on feet and shoulder. And here it's with more details. The hip, the same exact thing, the hip, and look at others. Right? So first they focus on themselves, but they also need to be more or less aligned. Okay, now the last thing I have to say is for the camera people. We have to record a little bit during practices, a very few seconds of it. So maybe like 30 seconds per class, and put the date, and then keep adding. No more than that, I think. Up to 1 minute. Let's do 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute per class. So the person editing a video gonna do like we do here. Write a few words: daytime dancing class for married couples, daytime dancing classes for singles. So you're gonna always explain what you're doing on these new titles you do when you edit the YouTube videos. All right. Now, the other thing for the cameraman, here you have, for example, is a rectangle. You know, so everyone gonna be aligned this way, right? So you're gonna have a few different couples. So one always stay here, sit in a chair, for example, without moving around and calling attention, because we have to start learning how to do that. People will watch, you know, instead of walking around, take a picture here and video over there and move, and then disturb the others, can't even pay attention on their children, right? So you're gonna put one couple sitting right here. So they're gonna edit afterwards, but they're gonna take pictures and videos of this area. And the other one is good. Stay right here and do as an angle. Okay? All right? And maybe standing here, don't have more space for it in my paper. Let me see here if I have a little bit. So, here, right? Here. So here you have what? You have the people watching, right? So here maybe is a couple taking pictures of people watch or short videos, because you need to prove someone was there, it was a real party, not just a class, right? So gonna take some pictures and mini videos of this, and then they're gonna edit. During practice, almost nobody, right? But during classes, but during the party, yes, you're gonna have a lot, okay? So you have one couple, two couple, three couple. The other couple, you're gonna see according to your reality. Take another view. You have this view, have this view, have views of the public attending, so you see according to your reality, because you have one more couple. And then they're gonna check themselves first, which one is the best, right? And send to the couple in charge and their assistants to edit, put this title exactly like I do my videos, and you're done. All right, thank you so much, and let's have beautiful festivals, one in April and one in May. We'll see you soon. All right, I forgot one thing. This pattern will be for adults and elders anyways, because it's simple, it's clear, objective, so most of the couples will know how to do, everyone will know how to do it for sure. Do not add more steps. Let's start simple. It's better to have simple and well made than have too many things, as shows on these two videos, with too many details, without consistency. That takes longer to learn, because the first part is in 4 weeks, end of April, and then end of May, and everyone needs to do other things. They need to learn English, they need to plan food, they have these meetings for the departments. We cannot be practicing the whole day. So we're gonna try 2 times a week, 2 or 3 times a week, 1 hour. That's it, okay? So if for adults, for sure, and according to your reality, so if the high school, so let me say here a few words for the high school and how we can do it. So that's for sure, the ones I just showed you, for sure, for everyone that's married, exactly like that. For high school, if you're, because some countries, they already dance things like that, so you have to see according to your reality. If you believe your high schools can do it exactly as the videos posted, go ahead and do it, right? That's fine. If some students can do it, easily learn, and some others, the same school, the same age, cannot do it, that's fine. You put some couples here, right? And some couples here with those steps I showed you there, the same as the elders, right? Parents and elders choreography. Okay? So I have here. During the presentation, you're not going to do them separate. Put those in one side of your area, presenting area, right? That might be a stage, might be a court, right? A cemented court. Not grass, because this part would be nice for some girls to already have some sandals, right? If you have a courtyard, a court for basketball, for volley, whichever it is, or another cemented area for play games, put them there so they can have shoes, and the girls can already have some sandals, little high heels, only for who it's married. Yeah, married. Because we don't want little kids 16, 15 years old already wear those high heels. It's better to have tennis shoes, and elders as well, flexible, thin tennis. Because then for sure you have to do everything safe. Some people don't dance or never even dance. They're already 70, 80 years old. Be safe. Elders, flat, simple tennis. If they're pretty, they're not bulky, they're not hard, they're flexible. And young parents, okay, whichever they feel comfortable using. But these people are not using, high school kids are not using. They are high heels. In the future, we're gonna tell how, but no one 15 to 22 years old, you know that singles gonna wear high heels, not needed, all right? And here, yes, here they have a choice, parents and elders, whichever they are comfortable with, all right? Okay? And here, for example, if you here you have the large group and here you have a smaller group, that's okay. Just, on the day you practice separately, but on the day they're going to be close by and the parents that are sitting here can watch both groups. That's fine, because it's important for people to feel comfortable. We just have 4 weeks. We don't have a 6 months for those dances. All right? So that's for April. And in May, because after this, some of them I repeat the steps and we can teach new ones. All right? Okay? Very good. And let's get ready. Okay, so explanations that I didn't do was about the food, clean, wash, purchase, and do it at school. Fundraising, it's a team that's gonna see who gonna pay cash, who gonna pay online, because some people, some countries, they don't even have a bank card, right? So it's okay if they have some donation. They're not used to, even that they have money, right? They go to the bank, come back, some do, some don't. It's not to get money from credit cards. If the person has money on debit card, the bank card, they use that money, but not to be owning credit cards to make a donation. That makes no sense. So it's a team here. All right, you make a donation, anybody else, we're going to send one now in March, end of March, 24th, the due date. So you can still go to supermarket from 4 to 6 o'clock, or even Saturday morning, they are open, so we can receive the following Monday. So we can rent a place or purchase a place. Let's see how much donations we get as soon as possible. All right? And then other people that didn't have time, it's okay, they still can make another donation in April before the party. So those are the 2 days they're gonna make a donation. All right? Okay. Now, party reports is the same, very objective, objective points done. Okay, with videos online on YouTube and written on records book. Now the transfer here, the transfer to the documentation, will be basic information. Previous owners, new owners, and I'm going to show you a little paper with a few things, and then we make a proper template to print. Okay, very good. Get ready. All right, this video here, see, that's the link on YouTube. Yes, you're gonna show everyone, and you're gonna make stops and comment exactly as I did to you. You can even show the video I already posted. I made one in Spanish, one in English. All right, so we're gonna talk about hands. You see it's firm, can be a little more straight, can be a little more down. Yes, according to the person, right? The size of the woman. You see this hand here more straight, this is more slanted. That is fine. When they walk sideways, that's what I was talking about. You see? So they have, you see, their right shoulder will touch the right shoulder. Just, I'm exaggerating, but that's how it is. When they flip, because this cup is a little different than the other, but when they flip, they turn around, gonna be right with right, because each one gonna be looking different locations. Forbidden to use sunglasses and everything else we already talked about. Very long earrings, nothing of that is needed. No necklace of any type, nothing of that, because our focus is not to get tangled anywhere. Okay, if you have healthy hair, can be long. Otherwise, cut short, because it look modern, healthier and better. If the hair is not really good, cut. But that one seem good, you see? This hair seem good. All right, so you're gonna talk, you're gonna get the video, and talk about things, whichever is according to reality. And then you're gonna talk about moves, and then you focus on the steps, and then you're gonna focus on the moment towards the end of the week. All right? Okay. So this video we are not getting for example, because it's hard to focus on the complete choreography, but many steps are about the same. If you go to this other video, it's the good one for high school only, not for parents and elders. You can do this because it's a little more complicated, but I think, they can do it, and you have a better angle of all the steps. They do. Okay? So they do some, they don't do complete as I show, but that one is a good startup. The way I said will be done for parents and grandparents. All right. Okay, so you got that. Okay, so this is kizomba for both, right? Okay. This, listen the music. It's no lyrics. Let me put louder so you can hear. And has some slower parts and some faster parts, so it's perfect. And by the way, it's forbidden to go with long dresses like that. Up to this, you see, this dress is acceptable, but not too long like that, and not cut in pieces is not authorized as well. Okay? Because you are at the school, you're a residential community, you're not going for a date with your husband. Okay? You see? It's an instrumental song, so you can even put that, you can download that song, if you don't find the karaoke version to download in your phone, see if you can do right this, and put in your speaker, everybody gonna be dancing. All right, so the second day of class, you have to introduce the song for sure. If the first day you focus on steps, you believe that they never danced before, gonna be harder for them. But on the second day, for sure, you need this little speaker, and a cell phone, right? Some schools already have the speakers on the wall, so whichever it is, but you get it done. All right? Okay, it's forbidden to be barefoot. Already talked about that. All right, so for the high school and for the married couples, you are done with kizomba. Kizomba for both, right? So I repeat, that and that is our base. No other videos. You're not going to show the videos because there are many others online. We're just gonna focus on these two. So here it's for more details. Forbidden to wear belt. It's forbidden to have an open thing because, as I said, you're not going to a date with your husband, right? So a little more respectful like this. You can tuck in, yes. You can put outside, yes, right? But in a respectful way, okay? And also the song is nice. So this song, if you get the karaoke version, and then I'm gonna tell you the lyrics for the kizomba, and then we're done. All right, because the other one for married couples, it's already without lyrics, okay? So I just gonna place now the words that you're gonna sing in case you don't find, because I did not find. If you have someone that can play, with some instruments and sounds, that's okay. But if you can't find, you can even sing, but the good lyrics, okay? Because she just said, like, the singer said, my parents is against this partnership, right? For us to be together. But we have to sing the other way around. They're proving for us to be together. All right? Okay. So let's get the lyrics or find a instrumental version online, or you can play yourself. You cannot put this song in Portuguese like it's done here, all right? Because it has not good lyrics and it's not in English. Okay, great. Let's make an improvement. You see this song? This is the link. Let's do the song. It does not have lyrics, so let's use for everyone, okay? Because the other one, I didn't find the version, even that I translate is not going to be good because some schools don't have the people that play instruments or, you know, so you get this link and you're gonna do this song for the high school kids and, you know, 21, 22 years old, that's part of the family, and also for the married couples, done. Okay? All right? The same exact Kizomba song with this link. You put on your cell phone, download on your cell phone, and put on a speaker for both groups exactly the same. Done. All right, very good. So we're done with Kizomba. Now let's go to the other song, other dance. Okay, the song Bailando that you are going to download, find your way, download on your phone, and you need a speaker for all classes. This is the version. Here's the link. All right? So find your way because this is already a karaoke version without words in Spanish. That is the link you're going to use for both classes, the high school and the married parents. All right. So, and Enrique Iglesias is the one that wrote the song anyways, right? So, I don't know if someone helped him to compose or not, but let's use this version and we're done. For both exactly the same. So with songs, we are decided. We got lyrics, without lyrics for both songs, for both dances, and for both groups. Done. Now let's talk about the choreography for this music. So let's choose the best for everyone. You see? It's good. All right, but without the words in Spanish. Great. All right, so here, according to your reality, so it's forbidden to have balloons of any type, all this plastic decoration, not having that. All right. At the table going to be pretty. Have some fabric, right? You can put white on the bottom, on the top. You can have smaller towel and slanted, you know, in a bright color, right? Can be yellow, can be a clear green. You choose which one you think is the best. Plain, solid, right? Okay. So here, let me say a few words about the entrance. So according to your reality, you can do something like that. That is nice as well, you know. So don't come always, every class come exactly the same. So of course you're going to choose the most special. This was good for high school, right? This is very good for high school. So what we're going to do, it's you're going to create according to reality. You're going to talk to your children, so each class can come a little bit different than the other, right? You can keep the same patterns for the first grades, like the parent and child class, and also the up to second grade or so, right? They come more or less from the best location, right? But for high school, you can choose something special like this. All right? Okay, very good. Okay, so the teachers, of course, teachers need to practice ahead, right? Okay, so the teacher's gonna use this song here. You see this link for the bailando for the married couples, because it's easy to see, you know, and you can make adjustments according to your reality. We don't have to dance everyone exactly the same, right? You're gonna give the basic moves, right? Because this dance, people that knows how to dance a little bit, they're gonna move a little better, right? So you're gonna use this choreography for everyone that's married. All right, the married team, all right, for the song Bailando. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you a little bit here without the song because they play something else. So something like that. the approach. This don't seem so good, this part. You can do a little better, right? You know, he can move a little bit, follow her with the eyes. You know, this part is also not so good, right? They can already start. Now, from here on is good. They already got together and they start dancing, okay? All right? So it's easy to see. 2 steps one side, 3 steps another side, turn a little bit, 2 steps. But what I want to say, it's not for us to dance like soldiers, exactly the same like they're showing here. You get a little different because people is not to be worrying too much, and you also don't have much time to make it a movement, because this is not like I said, we're not soldiers dancing, okay? All right? So you're gonna make the adjustments. Those 2 first movements are not good. You need to improve a little bit, such as the man can look at her, right? Or should just turn around in front of him. A little some modifications you can do, right? But the rest, for the steps, this one is good pattern to follow. No 1 2 1 2 or 1.5, because sometimes they do 1.5. It's not really 2. Okay, sometimes they go and it's put together. Sometimes they go and already turn. Okay, so do the best you can for this choreography to be used for the married couples. All right, so now let's say a few words for high school students and also their brothers, sisters, 2021 with their partner, of course. Okay, if their families approve, they stay to the party. So this, we can use the same dance as a base, but we are going towards, because they're younger, they move faster, we're going towards the bailando, you know, the dance, the original dance, this one here, okay? Because that seems, not this part, because make no sense. But you see, when the girls are dancing here, a few steps like that, they clap. You see, it doesn't show much, but let me see if I can do better. You see, they clap, they move, but not alone as the video, with their partner. They can do that, look a little bit, but they don't go far away. The girl that just left many steps away, just do 1 step away and go back. They're actually holding their hand. She steps a little bit away, she goes back. So you can get insights and different moves from here to the high school, you know, to have a little more movement, you know, like for them to move a bit more, but to be still respectful. Their parents are there. They're not alone in a hotel. So we have to pay attention what we do. And the introduction here, the boy doesn't, nothing to do with it. And also these people on the street dancing alone, it's also not, also no class to it, right? So we're gonna get the part of the girls singing red dresses, but with their partner right there, just a few steps, and you're gonna blend those 2 versions. You got it? So you're gonna blend this version with this link for the high school, you know, and get a few steps of this, of the girls dancing like this. You see? Did you see that move just now? That was a good one, you know, like they move, and of course their partner is right in front of them, you know, so you can get a few moves. Look, this is beautiful. When they clap, you know, let's see if we have any more. You see, this one is not good, this dance, you know, we want something more romantic, right? A little more sexy. So this is good. They move their dress. You see? That's good. Now their clapping is good. They clap towards the right, towards the left. You see, all this, when girls are dancing a dress, it's nice. At least far as I saw, you know, they look nice. You see? They move their dresses fast. That's good. You see? And then they hold their hands off the part. So you're going to blend both. Okay? And they can have, all the high school can have those dresses. So You can put some red, right? Some red, some orange, you know. So how you gonna do that? You choose, right? And the man can have their white clothes, I think look nice, right? Okay, so you can do, the girls can wear red and white. So you have to do 2 or 4 colors, okay? So we're not doing black, right, for sure. And not the cool colors. We want the warm colors. So this is good. You see, they shake a little bit their dress, but their partner should be right here. So you can blend a little bit, but at least we have a pattern, okay? So you're gonna blend these 2 versions, nobody dancing alone like they did there, okay? Yeah, we're not having anyone dancing like that, and you know. Alright, so you got the few basic things, right? And I think that's good. And here, if you see some parts like that, you know, but he won't be standing like that. He will be in front of her. She can turn a little bit like she's doing now, you know. So you're gonna do the best you can to be harmonious. But you see, this little move she did here is not appropriate. The parent's gonna be there. You see, like with their hand like that, that's already not appropriate. Okay, they can give a kiss, right? When they get closer to each other. The couples can blend in. They can, you know, blend in, change positions like they just did now. That's also a good thing. Where is it? Here. You see what the girls do here? Let's see. Oh, I think it already passed, right? Yeah, already passed. Yeah, this we can do, okay? All right. So you get what is good, what's positive. To be a little sexy is okay, but not too much, right? Their parents, grandparents, teachers, the department director are there, right? So we have to have just common sense, do the best you can, and make it beautiful, special, harmonious. All right, so for those 2, we are decided already. The 2 dances with their partners at the end of the party, it's already decided. Now we're gonna say a few words about the other dances. Okay, so here we are. I'm sorry I got so many small videos, but I can't go over all of them. Otherwise, it's going to take too long. We have many other things to do. So I appreciate volunteers for listening and making the improvements we did along the way. Just a quick reminder, for these 2 parties, the April and May, we're going to have only raw, fresh fruits and vegetables. No dry fruits, nothing with flour, nothing with sugar, nothing with honey. Okay, not brown sugar. And the lunch gonna be some salad, colorful salads, with 1 cooked item, whichever you have at your own state. Everything's from the own state. Can be a few potatoes, or it can be some beans or some lentils. 1 thing I think is plenty, right? Just to mix with that fresh, colorful salad from your own state. All right, great. Also, no guacamole, no salsa, no hummus, no paste of any type. We have to learn how to eat raw, fresh fruits and veggies. All right? Okay, really great. And ready to eat. No plates, no bowls, right? If people want, of course they're gonna wash hands before, but after they go and wash their hands, done. For the lunch, it's a colorful salad, what you can buy from people, you know, some schools already have their garden. Colorful salad with 1 cooked item. Can be beans, can be rice, can be lentils, but just 1 item, because we also learn how to be simple, okay? Great. The templates and all details for the forms, they have the checkup lists. We're gonna give you afterwards in other forms, right? But in a few words, the documentation for transfer need to include the 2 days cleanup and also the accounting for the last 10 years, taxes for the last 10 years, and the bank statement for the last 1 year, because it needs to be reasonable. The donation private school is going to give to us, to the organization, because it's to all of us, to all countries, need to be reasonable, right? Okay. All right, my friends, this is an adjustment time until the organization launching day, and we really appreciate everything you can do. Thank you so much, and have a blessed, beautiful, positive, great days of preparation and also beautiful festivals. Thank you. Okay, so every school gonna need a binder. That's the only one I have right now, we have to buy new ones, but anyways, get the binder, and one for the locker, right, inside the files, and one for the secretary. So you're gonna make everything beautiful, put here, the page printed, the title here, Peace and Love International Organization, Dynamic School, address, everything here, okay? All right, as soon as you pass to the new department, it's going to go the name of the 10 couples here. But for now, you have to put the owners, address, license number, all the regular things, okay? Slide in, done. Inside, going to be like this, Buy what you have in your country. If you have 3 hooks, you still get the 3 because you need something to start organizing your papers, right? Okay? And here, you're going to slide, you put some separation folders with hard paper, right? And put the names of all this paperwork, right? Because that's going to be the bind of everything that's happening in April, May, right? And then you see if you do a separate bind for June, July, or if you're going to use the same one, right? If it's the same group of leaders, keep doing the same until complete end of July, okay? And for residential community, it's going to be the same exact binder with the information from August, because we're going to be 4 weeks at home in August, right? Okay, here we are, my friends. Get ready, got organized. Remember, if you have 3 hooks, you need a 3-hook puncher, right? And if you get 4, because some is 4, remember, you need to purchase or have the 4-hook puncher, right? So you can file one thing to another. All right, and everything you have inside your locker, right, inside this office, you also gonna have the secretary, the front desk, for people to have a look and check anything they don't know. And all right, okay, and the email with all the information of the department directors that are applying, they have to send 2 emails to each other so they can have a look at home and don't spend time looking at the binder. Right? Going to be 100, 200 parents, grandparents, right? Okay, here we are. Get ready, get organized, everything neat. All right, so print the words I said, the guidance, the rules and guidelines for all these titles, right? And also have the drawings. Have some students helping you and get it done. Thank you so much, and we'll see you soon. Thank you so much for your participation, and we'll see you soon.